Hey, hey. I feel like I'm Mr. Rogers taking off my sweater. It's a wonderful day. Hopefully that's not copywritten and I didn't just get in trouble. I just want to say hi. Welcome back to the live show. I have a few things to cover today that I think are pretty cool, pretty interesting. And I wanted to start with a comment and respond to that comment in this video because I think it's an opportunity to help someone. And this video, managing client change requests, change orders, it's really about managing scope creep. And I'll talk about how I do it because I think there's a perception that I've unlocked it. And I think to some degree I have, but you be the judge. I'll share my system with you. I'm going to explain my offer because I think context is important. I'm going to also talk about the theory behind it, which is pretty different, definitely a different mindset. And I'll show you my system. I've built it in Trello. You can build it in any platform. It really doesn't matter what you use to manage your tasks, or use almost any portal type of thing that has projects or tasks inside of it. This can be managed. It's dead simple. I'll show it to you in just a second here. But first, look, I offer a productized service offering. Most of my customers, most people call them clients, but when you talk about productization, you're really talking about serving customers. And the goal there is to provide lifetime value, a value exchange that lasts as long as that relationship lasts, not just to serve the period of time in which you have an open project. And productization doesn't have to be a subscription. It can be a project-based thing. It's about having a process and duplicating, repeating over and over again, moving people through that process to get their best outcome, the outcome that you told them that they would achieve. Now, here's the thing. They sign up and they pay a subscription. All of my customers, for the most part, pay a subscription and they go through the credibility playbook. The subscription includes a lot of things. Unlimited pages, insofar as Squarespace really only allows 10,000 pages. I've only met one website that was up against that. The next thing is unlimited updates, unlimited edits to the pages, unlimited content additions, removals, unlimited form additions and updates and removals. It doesn't really matter to me how many pages they aspire to have, or how many blog posts they want, or how many forms they want to put on the website. I don't box in and prevent them, like put up a barrier to their credibility by preventing the people I have business relationships with from accessing their productive force, right? So here's the theory. And a lot of people asks, and Julia specifically in a comment to a previous video asked, she said yes to my commitment to creating a video specifically about my productized service offering, which I will. I just explained some of it, but I'm going to do a deep dive. It's a bigger video, but I thought that doing this video here, talking about this system first, would help you immediately, Julia, because I know you're already selling subscriptions and you understand the value. I know you're an experienced veteran here. And Julia says the hard part is keeping scope creep to a minimum. She feels like she's always working and she wishes she could find the magic that I'm finding. And it's not magic. Here's the theory. Positive reinforcement. It's difficult to put up barriers to someone else's success and expect that to go well. Just in general, that's my theory, that to manage scope creep, what I did is included in my subscriptions. So I invite it. Instead of fighting it, I designed it into the system. So the monthly subscription includes those unlimited updates. Like I can't talk today. The monthly subscription includes unlimited updates. It's not important to me whether or not I spend 5 minutes adding something to someone's website. I'm not interested in invoicing for that. I'm not interested in them taking the time to pay for that time. I'm not interested in the friction that has created traditionally that very few people seem to care about except for me, and that's fine. What I want is a smooth running system that lets people find all of the success. That the website isn't up to date isn't going to be because my company put up barriers or resistance to the brand being able to get what they need done to achieve their goals. So that's the theory. And by and large, it has worked. You'll find that, yes, the initial lift of migrating a website, especially from WordPress into Squarespace, can take several hours. But once that's done, you're now a partner in their success. They can make all the updates they want, and we make all the updates that they want, because nobody needs ongoing updates that frequently that I've seen. They come in spurts. Yeah, for a month, you kind of get hammered a little bit, and then people go off and run their business, and we help them by getting out of the way and being a vehicle for throughput. So I'm going to share my screen and show you my Trello system. And this is my actual Trello template for every single customer engagement that we have. I duplicate this. You can create a board from a template, and I'll show you. It's really simple, all the features that I'm using and how simple it is. So here we have my Trello template. And to create a board from this, I just hit the button at the top that says create a board from the template. And this often, well, not often, every time, it gives you a dialog box and you enter in the name of the brand, and then boom, it creates the board. There is a handy video in this card, a link to a video where they can watch exactly how to maintain and edit and interact with this board. It's pretty similar to the segment in this video I'm making right now. Maybe I should have thought of that and just popped that in here, but I think you deserve this walkthrough with a little more detail than they need, because they're not here to create a board. They're here to jam the board full of things that they need done, and we bang those out. So I like having this resources column. You don't have to have a resources column, but it is nice to have all of the brand assets and links and contact information and their brand guides and images and all that stuff in a column, easily accessible to everyone participating. So no one can say, I can't find our logo, or I don't know what font to use, or that brand guide colors are, I don't know what the colors are. Like, I don't want to hear any of that noise from anyone participating in the project. It's in here. No excuses. It's like a shared drive. You can jam, because I'm on a paid Trello account. I think there's like 250 meg upload max per file, but you can have gigs of stuff worth in here, I think. So it's really not a big deal. Just, this is in lieu of some open shared drive like Google Drive or Dropbox. I've used those in the past, and I felt like they just got messy over time. And when you have multiple people contributing to those open folders, things get dragged around or deleted or lost, or they just stop making sense after a couple of years. And I have found that this is a more organized and intentional way to do file exchanges and file collaboration, because now we can comment on all the files. We can upload things like create checklists. We can upload, that's not even, because it's a template, it's not editable. So I like to put all that stuff in here. It's a nice, easy way to keep things organized and collaborative. Next, we have an inbox, we have an in progress column, and we have a done column. And I keep the cards like this for a reason, because I want people to see when they first come in. Not everyone is familiar with Trello. Shocking, I know. So I like having multiple cards in some of these columns so that you can see how to do item 1, to do item 2 are in done. Number 3 is being worked on. 5 and 4 are out of order, because we can manage the priorities. And I like when customers come in here and they manage their priorities and add in cards and move cards around and say, hey, I'm going to leave a comment in this card. I think this should be the next thing that we work on. I've put it at the top. Or here's the file that we needed to get this card to a point where we can start working on it. And if you've ever interacted with these Trello cards, and this is the template, so we don't have all the features, creating checklists and due dates, adding attachments is an easy thing. After the description is in there, you get comments, and you can add all the comments we want. I have cards that thread comments that scroll to the center of the earth, man. It's long, and it's a really nice way to keep things clean and all compact into one concept or one idea that we're collaborating on, and push those through. And in progress, you see this 1/1 up here at the top. I have a plugin, a power up, they call them, installed that limits the number of cards that can be in this column to one item. So you can drag cards in and out. That's really nice. It's an easy user experience for all of my customers. But if they, or I, or a team member tries to put 2 in there, it turns scary yellow. I know it doesn't actually break, but it is a nice warning to say, yeah, you really can't have 2 cards in there. And if I see 2 cards in there, I'll say, hey, I saw there are 2 cards in your in progress. Which one should my mouse really be banging on right now? Like which one of these is the priority? And if they're both a priority, look, we can get them both done in short order. That's okay. But really only one thing can be worked on at a time, because I got one set of eyes. So we're going to just focus on one thing at a time. And nobody has an issue with that. Everybody totally understands that. And then when they're done, we drag them to the done column. It's that simple. That didn't work. Okay. We drag them to the done column. We start working on the next one. And like I said, inside of here, we can always collaborate on these. One thing that's nice about this Trello system is that if something comes back, like, hey, we got feedback on this thing that was done a month ago, and we have some more updates to it, normally I get an email. Not everyone logs into Trello. So I'll either come in here and move the card back to inbox until we have all the info we need, or it can be the new card in progress. And that's fine too. Oops, my mouse was delayed. It dropped it in done. So that's sort of how this is managed. I invite clients to their board with the share button. That's not science. And then under this ellipses here, this 3 dots, there is convert to a board. There is an email address option, like to collaborate or email the board. And you're not going to see it here. I wish I wasn't speaking abstractly. But in general, every board has a unique email address for every member of the board. And while it's a bummer that I can't share the email address for someone that is a customer, say, here, use this email address, you can always send to the board, because it's distinct for each member. They have to be logged in to retrieve it. I have instructions I send that allow them to go in and grab it, because most people do live in Outlook, and they're just going to always email what they need done on the website anyway. So if they email that email address that's unique for the board, I really like that it comes in here and pops it right into the inbox, because there's a setting you can say which column do you want it to go in, and do you want it to be at the top or the bottom, basically. So I like them to come into the inbox right at the bottom. We can collaborate on them. If I have questions, I'll come in here and be like, question about this. You wanted to add the image. What image? Or what should it look like? Whatever. And we can collaborate on that. And when that's done, they can continue to just email it. Now, some people aren't going to bother, and that's okay. We love them too. They can just email me, and if I'm standing in line at the grocery store, I'll just forward that email to my email address for this board. What I do is take the email address for each board, and I've got dozens of them, and save it in my Mac or my phone in the contacts, and then it syncs to all my devices. That way, if I just say client name Trello, and oftentimes once you've emailed them, it comes up first anyway, and forward to that email address, and then boom, it pops in there anyway. And it's a great way to keep track of progress, because there's a couple things going on here that I value this board for. Not just to have us all agree what ask or task is in progress and what the priorities are, right? The done column over time gets very long. It's proof. It's the receipts for everything that we've accomplished together. And it's pretty awesome to see. So not only if you're in a tough spot, is it a defensible position? Sure. I haven't had to do that, but I suppose in some world that technically could happen. But it is cool to open that up once in a while on a call, on a catch up or whatever, and say, look at all of the stuff that we've gotten done together and all of the things that your business is benefiting from now. And it's pretty cool because email is a difficult place to build up a meaningful archive of what's been accomplished in a way that is visual. And this board does that naturally, and it's pretty valuable. It's pretty valuable. And I can look at it and say, look at all the crap I've gotten done. Pretty amazing, because I felt like I didn't get much done at all today. But boom, 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 boom. A couple of things. A new feature in Trello is that you can mirror cards now from one board to the next. This mirror option, it's awesome. So it's the same card. It just shows up in two places, and you can collaborate on it in multiple places. So I have a board that's like a master board that is like my admin board. And it has all of the tasks in progress, and all of the tasks in people's inboxes can be synced to that board. So I don't have to go to I don't know how many boards I have, dozens of them. I don't have to go to every single board to interact with the in progress or the inbox cards. I just have to go to my one board. So huge time saver there. And one of the things that I find pretty magical about Trello. Like I said, you can build a similar system to this in anything. Easy, in Notion or any other platform. You want to do it in, honestly, you could do it in a Notes app. This isn't rocket surgery, but it is nice to have that kind of clarity. So I just wanted to share this. Can't talk today. Is anybody in here? Nope. Good. I don't really mean it like that. That came out funny. All right. From an AI standpoint, I'm still kind of inspired from the Designer Summit conference that my friend Elizabeth put on last week, and the talk about AI that happened in that forum, and some of the prompts and ideation that went on. And I have moved the bulk of my to-dos into Get Known to see if having to-dos inside of my AI productivity system, ideation and collaboration system, is going to be a productive way to manage those. Traditionally, I put them into Trello, or if it's like more personal or closer to my desktop work area, I'll put those in Apple Reminders. And those both work fine. I wish they talked to each other a little better, but it's not the end of the world. What I have found is that the to-do items as tasks inside of Get Known. And you can build those as well inside of a custom GPT or Claude if you want. It's interesting to have each one of those be an ongoing open collaboration in a way that is able to contextualize the production with all of the information that it knows about the business, my tone of voice and stuff like that. So I've just built that out literally this weekend with a cup of coffee. So I'm going to be hammering that all week, and I do intend to report back on that. Thank you. Oh, Struggle Bus. Mike, I don't have cards. I have a to-do item to make those cards, and I didn't get it done, but let's be honest, it's probably my 600th priority. So I forgive myself. I will say that, I slept like absolute crap last night. I was going to use a different word and suddenly felt like I might need to bleep it. I probably don't. It's fine. I slept like shit. And I think I woke up at 1:30. And the reason why I'm saying this is that sleep is so important. And when I go a night or two without getting very good sleep, it's hard for the mindset. It's hard to not drink more coffee, which I shouldn't do any more than normal. Probably shouldn't drink as much as I do. And it just sort of makes other things a bigger lift or spiral in a way that isn't necessary. And sleep is something that I struggle to crack. I'm just being straight with you. So I'm not going to do sleep reporting here. I'm just going to say that my energy is different here. And I've watched back a couple of the videos this weekend because I wanted to make some shorts from some of the brilliant things that I say in here. It didn't go as well as I expected, but I could be holding up too high of a production quality barrier, and maybe I should just ship a bunch of them and call it a day because those people don't know me anyway. But when sleep doesn't go well, other things don't go well because of it. It's like a butterfly effect almost. And let me know if I'm hammering you with too many analogies. So the goal, I don't remember where I'm going with this. Someone's walking in the hallway and distracted me. We're live. Anyway, I remember where I was going with that. Managing the stress of all of the things that I have to accomplish in the business, even though it's easy to come onto YouTube in front and act like everything is always peachy and everything is a hockey stick and I'm growing like a weed and revenue this and get clients that. Yeah, I have a lot of experience to share. Just means I'm old and I've broken a lot of things. But when I wake up at 1 a.m, it's usually because I realize, or I popped out because I missed something. It's usually an oh crap moment where I'm like, I missed something. So normally that morning I'll be pretty hard on myself. And then by the time I get here, total stoicism moment, I'll be like, all right, control what I can control. One foot in front of the other, show up, do the work. Just keep shaking the luck tree and the fruit will fall out. And that's all I wanted to say with this struggle bus segment really is sometimes, some days, it doesn't go exactly the way I either expected, or sometimes it surprises in a way that doesn't delight. And that's okay. I'm reminding myself to not carry it with me. The high's too high while the low's too low. In order to stay pretty even, just one foot in front of the other, keep shaking the luck tree, keep making the things, producing the shows, and opportunities will come. And I don't think that's unique to me. I think that's all of us. So thank you for sitting through this, where I keep getting close to this 25-minute moment. And last couple of videos, I think I forgot to do my thumbnail moment. So I just picked like some weird face I made. So what's the title of this one going to be? Probably some kind of managing client change requests type of thing. I haven't done any keyword research on that. Not that I've done that for any of my titles. So, okay, let's do a thumbnail moment where I say, I've done that one. And it's so trite. How about scales of justice? Look, you're 25 minutes into a bad live video. Don't laugh at me. I'm laughing at you. I will see you Wednesday. I hope to see you anyway. Like or subscribe. Leave a comment. Thank you, Julia, for your awesome comment on a previous video. You've been so kind interacting with a few of them, leaving comments, and I'm so grateful. Thank you. And I will see you on Wednesday.